Good morning, I'm Lynn, and welcome to another episode at Ewetopia Farms. The bean sprayer just arrived. He's going to be spraying our beans today. So it's a really big machine. I'm still in my housecoat, eating my breakfast. But hopefully I'll get ready in time to see what's involved with the spraying. You can see how tall that machine is by how they're standing beside the wheels. There's a whole truck following him, and I guess that's filled with the spray so he doesn't run out. And what we're spraying for is weeds, because the weeds will take all the nutrients from the beans, and the beans won't grow as well if we don't get rid of the weeds. So it's like in your flower garden, you go through and hand pick all the weeds out so that it looks like nice and your plants can grow to their full potential instead of the weeds eating their nutrients. Same idea with the crops. Weeds will decrease your volume of crops if you don't get rid of them. Okay, I guess I didn't miss the spraying because for some reason, I'll have to find Arnie and ask him, the sprayer is in our yard and it's parked. So we can see how tall it is. I'm walking, my camera is at eye height, and with a slight ducking I can walk right underneath this vehicle. If Jonah comes back shortly, I'll see if he wants to do a little interview and we can find out a little more about this machine and what it does and what's involved. Oh, here's Arnie now. Why is this here? Oh, really?
Back on the weekend and Monday.
Oh, so he's just parking it here?
Right.
Okay, well I'll have to I might not be here then to interview him. I thought I'd interview him and have him explain this thing.
Well, here, let me take a picture of it, honey, with you beside you and see how big it is. Get your camera on.
Sure.
Makes Lynn look tiny.
Whoa, this is tall up here. I can see the top of your bales.
Yeah.
How's that for a fashion statement?
What, the machine or you?
Isn't that awful?
You're way more beautiful than that machine, honey.
Well, I thought I put my boots on to go out in the wet fields to film this being done. I didn't think he was leaving.
Honey, you're way more beautiful than that machine.
We already heard that part.
And you know what really does it, Lynn?
What?
Those rubber boots.
I know, but I told you I didn't come because I thought I'd be walking in the mucky fields. Oh, that's tall. Well, why don't you tell them what this does, Annie? Because I can't ask Jonah.
Well, I hire someone in to spray my crops because I can't justify the sprayer or even a small sprayer, and I'm way too busy with the sheep. So he's going to spray Roundup on the bean fields.
And what does Roundup do?
Roundup gets rid of all the little weeds in the bean fields.
So these two things that are sticking out here are like arms, and they're folded up right now like a praying mantis. But when he starts driving in the fields, they unfold so that they're a big long line. And you said 90 feet?
About 90 feet, I think he's spraying, 92 feet.
So when he's going pretty fast. And the reason the machine is tall and has narrow wheels is because he's got to drive through people's crops, and that way he'll do the least amount of damage to the existing crops.
If the wheat's this tall, you see, he'll just go right over top of the wheat.
I was just thinking about my outfit today, and my outfit's every day. and the fashion statement farmers make. And then I was thinking about those videos of the pretty crop farmers looking all fancy and well manicured and stuff, and I'm thinking people who have livestock do not look like that. They look like me. I remember my sister, who's a city girl, came over once when I was doing chores and I was in my coveralls and covered in manure, and she looks at me and she says, "What are you wearing?" Like, she just couldn't conceive of it. And I have to admit, when you have a shower and get washed off, it feels so good. Like, but yeah, that's life with animals. There's no such thing as being clean, so you wear old raggedy clothes so that nothing gets ruined. Here's a bale of hay for the girls. Most of them are out at pasture right now, but there's a few hanging back. Tomorrow when we leave there, this group is going into the new pasture where we put the ewe lambs for a few days, because that still has a lot of grazing left, and there was only a few ewe lambs out there, so they won't have changed it much. But while we're away, we want these guys to have lots of feed. And the ewe lambs will go to that front paddock for a few days. You look pretty fancy too, Arnie.
Who?
You, with your cut off jeans and your work socks and work boots. But you still find the time to put in your earrings. Looks like Angel is in this group that Arnie brought over. Hi. How you doing? Oh, and Belle, you're in this group too. Belle has a funny story. Belle is one of our older ewes. And when she was born, hi Angel, you're sweet. Okay, we'll stop here for a second because I gotta get up, because Angel and Big Betty, with the matching dots, even though they're not related, decided to take over Belle's camera time. Belle, come here. And you came over too. Belle, we're going to tell your story. When Belle was born, she was a normal-sized lamb, but she must have had a bad birth. And you see she's got a long tail. We didn't dock her tail. And usually when we don't dock tails, hers was not docked on purpose. It's because we don't think the lamb's going to survive, so we don't put it through that extra trauma of docking the tail. So what happened when Belle was born is she was the cutest little thing, but she couldn't stand. And she couldn't stand for about a week and a half. So what we ended up doing is we rigged up like a physiotherapy strap that we hung from the roof, and several times a day we'd put her in a little sling and hang her from the sling so that her feet touched the ground, and we'd kind of move it around and bounce her around so that she was putting pressure on her legs. We didn't know if it would work, but we thought keep her legs and muscles stimulated and see what happens. And Belle is a B year, so B, C, D, E, F, G, H, J, K. She's 8 years old now. She has twin spurs every year. One day she started putting weight on her legs and started walking, and she's never looked back. She's been a great ewe for us. So she would be a Texel Suffolk cross. That's why she's got a gray face. And she would have been born the year of Big Betty. That's why they have B names. Most of our Suffolk girls that are in here, like these two, and I got 2 more right there. And who else? Oh, you. And this one here. They're all Suftex ewes that are in here. And they'll all be older girls. And while we're looking at the named sheep, we're in the little Dorset lamb group, and Annie's here. This is Orphan Annie. She had her spots when she was little, and you can see on her cheeks, she's still got a few spots, eh, Annie? You see right under her cheek. But I told you that she would begin to look like a Suffolk when she grew older, and she does. Annie, are you going to say hello? So Annie was the little orphan we had who slept with a stuffed animal until we got her a friend. And we got you a friend, didn't we? Her friend's in here too, and they're still friends. We'll go see. Krooky's got a long tail too. Krooky had extremely crooked legs, so we called her Krooky. And her mom didn't really like her, and Annie needed a friend. So we tried her with her mom and her sister, but I was basically forcing Mom to look after her. So because I was feeling sorry for Annie, we took Krooky off the mom, and so the mom only raised one lamb, but Krooky came and lived with Annie, and they became best of buddies. Hi, Krooky. Hi. Hi, you're really close now, and it's hard to see you. There. Let's go stand back a little bit. So, yeah, she's very friendly. And she's not Krooky anymore. She's got a really wide stance. They're also in this pen because I want them to be sold as a pair because they are so bonded. So anyone who comes to me looking for animals for a hobby / pet farm, Annie and Krooky will be recommended as two really nice ewes that are already friendly and will do really nicely together. Annie, you like Krooky, don't you? Are you going to show how friendly you are? Or are you just a little more concerned with the food? Hey? You're a little more concerned with the food than Krooky is. There. That feels good, doesn't it? You know you're wearing a lot of it, right? There. There you go. Yeah, you're a good girl. Hi, Krooky. Here you are. Hi. Oh, you're a good girl, too. We decided to take a little walk back and see how the barley's doing. And the sheep are back here. It's actually a beautiful day today. It's really cool. Apparently humidity and heat is coming tomorrow when we leave, but today it's beautiful, so all the sheep are out right now because they want to have the nice cool temperatures too. Plus with the wind like this, the wind blows bugs away, which is something they really can't tolerate. And viewers were talking to me about the dire conditions. Well, hello! I'm getting interrupted again. We got a bunch of followers coming out. You guys were eating at the trough. Come on then. Come on then. Come join us. Hi. Oh, there's the poor girl. The poor girl with the limp. Her foot is so sore. But we really can't do anything for it. Like I thought about putting what do you call that glue? Crazy glue on her foot, but I thought, that just might lock in bacteria. She's probably better to just let it grow out and drop off. But yeah, as I was saying, some American viewers were saying how dire conditions were in the United States with droughts and heat, and I know in California and the West Coast, fires are always an issue there each year, as they are here as well, but not nearly to the extremes. So I do realize when we're rolling out hay that there are people whose animals are starving or they have to get rid of animals, and it's terrible. And we have been there. 3 years ago we had a severe drought here too. We had no second cut, hardly any first cut, and we had to buy in hay. We spent over $20,000 in hay, and I'm talking really poor quality hay that we had to ship in. But we made the decision to spend that money rather than destroying our sheep. And luckily the next year everything recouped and we made it through the drought. But for some people the drought doesn't disappear. It just keeps going and going and going. And you do wonder where things are going to end. So we really do feel we are living in utopia, because we are close enough to the Great Lakes that we often are cooler than many areas around us, and being farther north helps too. So if anyone's going to make it, it's probably people living in our area, because we're just lucky enough to be in a good location. The pasture beside us is where the lambs are. The lambs have come right back to the back fence, and this is where the ewes will be going while we're away. You can see there's lots of grass left in there. And actually, I swear they think we're going to open the gate for them. Because look at them, they're all coming now. Hi, girls! Hi! You guys are smarter than you look. Tomorrow you're going in that field. This field still has a lot of grass. They're just being fussy now because the field over there has more. But they've all come up to see what we're up to, thinking that maybe we're going to open the gate for them. Hi. Hi, Cammie. Tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow. So right here where we are beside the pasture is the bean field. It's growing slowly, but it's growing. The moisture and cool temperatures have actually been making the beans grow a little slower. Not to mention we planted them late because you saw our spring. It was really, really wet and cold, and beans are a crop that actually likes heat. So all the beans in our area are a little stunted, but they're a good dark green color, which is a good sign that they're on their way. And this is the field that sprayer will be spraying. And these guys are all waiting to look at the barley field. Here we are in the barley field. So you can see the little heads forming already. And barley has bristles like this, and so does a lot of wheat. But what will happen with the barley as it matures, it will bend over. And that's how you can tell the difference between barley and wheat, really. And this is such a tall, lush crop that you can see right here in the middle. The wind and rain has blown it right over. And that's a problem you get with good crops. You can see wind and rain damage all over in holes where it knocks it down. Now it will still grow, but it will be harder to combine up. And
you see, we used to grow 2-row barley. This is actually 6-row barley. But look at the length of that head, eh? That head's probably 2 inches long.
So when he says 2 rows, these little seeds just went on 2 sides, and now he says they're 6-sided.
6 rows.
So you can see 3 on that side and 3 rows on this side.
New varieties, eh?
So yeah, they're hybridizing the crops to make them produce more per plant.
Actually, this could be aliens.
Crop circles. Yeah, crop circles.
Yeah.
We thought maybe it was wind, but
Actually, if you look at that shape, it's like an alien sat on there. See?
We definitely don't want the crop to get blown down like that. It will be fine, but I'm thinking the straw and stuff won't be as good.
It will be fine. If the crop goes down, it means the crop's good and heavy. Look at the
Yeah,
feel the weight.
How does
see
it
the weight? Look.
mature on the ground without getting
It's not
moldy?
broken. It's not broken off. It's just bent over.
I know.
And once the rain washes off, it'll have to come back up again.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll come visit and see if it comes back up again.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's so heavy it's not likely to come back up, but hopefully it does. But you see how pretty it is with all those heads on it? So you can just, all these heads and the stalks are gonna turn golden shortly, and when you look at it from a distance you can see that it is starting to turn yellow. It's hard to believe it was just dirt not too long ago, it seems.
Watch this barley. See on the milk stage?
See, when he squeezes the seed, milk comes out of it, and that's called the milk stage. When it matures, it will go yellow, and it will be hard, like solid seeds, kind of.
These are called the beards.
Well, these things are the beards. These things hanging up.
Right here, they're the beards.
The ewe lambs have decided to head this way. There's always one leader.
We're more worried about the three back there.
Yeah, there's three all on their own back there. Sometimes they get so absorbed in the eating thing that they don't realize that everyone else has disappeared, and then there's a panic.
How fast these guys are going.
They just love this, and this is why we put them outside. They can run around in a freestall barn, but not to the extent they can run here. What? Oh, they've gone running down there.
It's the right temperature.
Yeah, sheep love this weather.
I don't like those three back there. They should come up.
Well, go scare them. They are eating, so they haven't noticed. These guys are having a great time. These are the ewe lambs. Here comes some more that have discovered that most of the sheep are over here.
Why do we three stay back there like that?
They're eating. They haven't lifted their heads. They haven't even noticed. They're absorbed in the food.
Why are they all in the machine now?
Because if one thinks the machine might be interesting, then the others have to see how interesting it actually is. Here comes another crew. It's a stampede. Oh, Hunchy's in the group.
One more and it's still not so sweet. Should I go back and get them? That's four here.
Oh, here comes the last four.
How the devil could they be back there?
there.
At night, you wouldn't know they're out there.
That's why you have to tell Corey when he comes he's got to do a pasture check to make sure. See the difference in size between the January lamb and the March lambs? Okay, everyone's in, and it is daytime, but this is what a coyote would be looking for. They'll be watching for a straggler, someone who's so absorbed in eating that they're not paying attention to their surroundings, and they're gonna nab one. So these three are right by the back fence, and if there was a coyote back there that got in, they would be likely candidates, because they are totally oblivious that the rest of the flock has disappeared. Coyotes are opportunists. So the key for keeping coyotes under control is to remove the opportunities. So we're heading back to the house now for lunch, and normally we would just leave them out here, but since these three are being silly, totally don't even realize me and the dogs are coming, I'm just gonna let them know I'm here, and they should run back on their own when they realize. And this is Max's opportunity to be a border collie. He loves this stuff. But you see, if he was a coyote, head up finally. One's got her head up. Two. All of them have their head up now, and they're looking towards Max. Where is Max? There he is. So you see? They're aware now. And now they're going to be nervous. Now they are in their flock. Three feel a little more comfortable than one or two. One or two would be in a panic. Okay, now they've decided maybe they should come closer. Come on, you guys. You're all alone back here. You're in coyote territory. We got all the dogs here. And again, if you have border collies and the sheep are used to dogs, they're less nervous around them. Ben, this way. Good boy. We want them to go to the house. Hi, girls. Oh, and you're a pet, too. This way, Ben. This way. This way. Ben, here. We don't want them coming back. We want them going out. See, dogs want to round them up towards you. They don't want to push them. Ben, let them go. And now they're back with the others, safe and sound. Silly things. But we're shepherds, right? You gotta look after them. It's our job to make sure that they're safe, because they won't look after themselves, believe me. Okay, we have Corey over right now. He's learning our routine for looking after the sheep while we're away. So he's our fill-in. And someone told me that I should tell him that he should do a YouTube video while we're away. I told him that part of his responsibilities was to post a YouTube video. I couldn't believe how enjoyable it is to have someone working with you. and having help. We're envious of people who have hired hands and stuff. But Corey's a good guy. He'll do a good job with these guys. He doesn't have sheep. He has cows and he works in the city, but he's a farm boy down the road, so he knows about this kind of stuff. But I can see if you have a helper, it goes twice as fast. I made sure to tell them that they had to look for the Shetland because she's always last in. And sure enough, there she was, hiding. So at least now, I'm glad she was hiding today. So now he's seen who she is and what to expect. Sneaky little Shetland. He's gonna have instructions now, and I'm going to call this a day and get packing for tomorrow because there's a whole bunch of last minute stuff I gotta do. So I hope you'll join us next time for the next episode at Ewetopia Farms. Bye for now.